In the vast velvety black sky, sprinkled with countless glittering stars, lived a tiny star named Luna. While all the other stars twinkled and danced, shining their brilliant light across the universe, Luna's light was just a soft, gentle glimmer. She was so small and so faint that you would have to squint really, really hard to even see her. Every night Luna would watch the bigger stars. There was Orion, with his bright, bold belt, and Sirius, the dog star, who shone with a dazzling blue-white light. They would laugh and chat, their light reaching all the way down to the sleeping world below. Luna longed to be like them. "Oh, I wish I could shine that brightly," she would whisper to herself. "I want to be a big, beautiful star that everyone can see." She tried everything she could think of to make her light stronger. She tried puffing up her chest to look bigger, but that just made her feel out of breath. She tried spinning around in circles as fast as she could, hoping to create a brighter sparkle, but that only made her dizzy. No matter what she did, her light remained a shy little flicker. Feeling sad and a bit lonely, Luna started to believe she would never be more than just a tiny, forgotten glimmer in the enormous night sky. One evening, as Luna was sadly watching the other stars, she heard a tiny, worried voice from far below. "Oh no, I'm lost. I can't find my way back to my family." Luna peered down and saw a little firefly, buzzing in frantic circles near a large oak tree. Firefly's own little light was flickering with panic, and it was getting dimmer and dimmer. Luna felt a little pang in her heart. She knew what it was like to feel small and lost. Forgetting her own sadness for a moment, she focused all her energy. She gathered every bit of her faint light and aimed it like a tiny spotlight down toward the little firefly. It wasn't much, but it was just enough for the firefly to see the path leading back to the moonlit meadow where his family was waiting. "Oh, thank you," buzzed the firefly, his own light glowing a little brighter with relief. "You saved me." He zipped off happily, and as he flew away, Luna noticed something strange. Her own light seemed just a tiny bit warmer, a little bit steadier. It wasn't a big change, but she felt it. The very next night, Luna was drifting near the rings of Saturn when she heard a soft sobbing sound. It was a little space bunny, with long floppy ears and a fluffy white tail, clutching a well-worn teddy bear. He had accidentally floated too far from his home on a passing comet. Tears like tiny ice crystals floated from his eyes. "I miss my mommy and daddy," he sniffled. "It's so dark out here and I'm scared." Luna's heart went out to the little bunny. She remembered feeling scared and alone too. She floated closer and shone her gentle light on his face. "Don't be scared," she said in a soft, soothing voice. "Look, your comet is just over there. I'll stay with you and light up your path so you can get back safely." She focused her glow, creating a soft, silvery trail for him to follow. The little bunny wiped his tears, hugged his teddy bear tightly, and followed Luna's light. When he reached his comet, he turned and waved his little paw. "Thank you, little star. You're the kindest star in the whole galaxy." As the bunny floated away, Luna felt that warm feeling again, but this time it was stronger. She looked at her reflection in Saturn's icy rings and was amazed. Her light wasn't just a flicker anymore. It was a soft, steady glow, and it was definitely brighter than before. She felt a happy little buzz inside her. Word of the kind little star started to spread throughout the galaxy. A few nights later, a fleet of lost space ants was marching aimlessly across a dark asteroid field. They were very far from their home on Mars and couldn't see where they were going. The lead ant, who wore a tiny helmet, was waving his antennae in distress. "We're lost. We'll never get back in time for the great Martian picnic." Just then, they saw a soft light approaching. It was Luna. She had heard their worried chattering and came to help. "Follow me," she called out cheerfully. She guided them through the maze of asteroids, her light illuminating the way. The ants marched in a neat line behind her, their tiny feet pitter-pattering in rhythm. When they finally saw the familiar red glow of Mars, they all cheered. "Hooray for the little star." "3 cheers for Luna," they shouted. Luna giggled, and as she did, her light pulsed with joy. It was now as bright as some of the medium-sized stars around her. She no longer felt small or insignificant. She felt important. She realized that her purpose wasn't about being the biggest or the brightest star in the sky. It was about using her light, no matter how small, to help others. Her next adventure came when she met a grumpy old meteor named Gus. Gus was hurtling through space, grumbling to himself, Ouch. Oof, my back. All this flying is making my rocky joints ache. And I've lost my favorite space rock collection, he moaned. Luna floated beside him. What's wrong, Mr. Gus? She asked kindly. Everything's wrong, he grumbled. I'm old, I'm creaky, and I've lost my precious collection of moon rocks. Luna didn't get upset at his grumpiness. Instead, she shone her light all around him. Let me help you look, she offered. Her bright, gentle glow lit up the dark space around them. And there, tucked behind a floating piece of space dust, was a small bag filled with shimmering moon rocks. Gus, the meteor's grumpy face, broke into a wide, rocky grin. My collection. You found it. Thank you, little one. You're not just bright, you're a real treasure. And at that moment, Luna felt a surge of energy like never before. Her light didn't just glow, it sparkled. It danced. It shone with a brilliant, beautiful radiance that rivaled even the biggest stars she had once admired. She wasn't the biggest star in the sky, but her light was special. It was a light filled with kindness, compassion, and the joy of helping others. The other stars, who had once barely noticed her, now looked at her with admiration. Orion winked one of his belt stars at her. Sirius wagged his tail of light in a friendly greeting. They saw that Luna's brightness didn't come from her size, but from the size of her heart. From that day on, Luna continued to travel the galaxy, spreading her light wherever it was needed. She helped lost spaceships find their way. She told bedtime stories to the baby planets, and she even played hide-and-seek with the comets. With every act of kindness, her light grew stronger and more beautiful. And so, if you ever look up at the night sky and see a star that seems to shine with a special, warm, and friendly glow, that might just be Luna. She learned that the brightest light of all is the one that comes from a kind and caring heart. And she wants you to remember that too. No matter how small you feel, your kindness can light up the whole world.